Hey everyone, today we are working on the harbor and beach area. Earlier we removed all the 16 by 16 stud plates and I am replacing them with 1 by 2 tiles in dark trans blue and light trans blue, as well with some circular 1 by 1 studs. But I have this idea here to bring the water up towards the water line, which is the orange line on the boat, and trying to blend it in to make it look like it's a little deeper around the boat area. Um, Please let me know what you think here because I think it's actually turning out pretty good. I think I gotta go a little higher here, but then I'm gonna top it off with these trans blue tiles and see how it turns out and if it can look somewhat kind of real or not, or as real as it can get for Legos, instead of looking like steps, which I'm trying to avoid right now. I think I have to bring it out a little more. So maybe two rows of 3 or 4 studs, 2 rows of 2 studs, 2 rows of 1 stud, and see how it looks from there. Now I've determined the that 4 studs may be too much because I want it to be kind of like a gradual. And I think 4 studs to 3 studs to 2 studs to 1 stud, and then topped off with the flat um, tile. Maybe too much. Maybe I think it may look too much of like a wave going towards the pier. Um, but I think it's going to look good because this is what I'm thinking. So I've got 2 3 stud rows in right now, 1 and 2. And then I want to say top these off with the maybe darker trans blue, but going like, you know, a couple different ways to give it a little more texture instead of it looking like lines. There we go. There we go. I think that actually looks really good. And then hopefully it won't look too much like a shelf because over here I'm going to do another 2 row and then another 2 1 row, 1 stud deep row. And then it'll like just gradually. So from far away, it's going to look like it's going to gradually go up towards the boat. So hopefully it turns out looking okay. I'm going to go a little further and then check back in. All right, so what do we think? I'm trying to create something that kind of resembles depth around the boat. Um, if you see here, there's a few studs stacked on top of each other. I'm afraid that if I go higher, it's going to be too much of a runoff over here where it's getting too close to the pier. Um, Tell me what you guys think. I think this looks good. I was afraid of it looking too much like steps, which it does, but I'm working with the parts that I have. Okay, so after trying different things, there was a point where it was starting to look at like steps going up to the boat, but someone had an idea that to give the tile, so they thought I thought it was the perfect height here, is what I originally thought, because I didn't want it to go too high. But someone had a good idea of just giving the tile variation and having it go different ways and whatnot, and it literally did take away the step look that I was afraid of. So now I just need to finish it along the boat, and then gradually gradually grade it down to like one layer here, and then all the way up to the shore. But I don't know. I have this second boat now too, so I don't know if I want to do that the same thing with this second boat. I probably should. Actually, I just talked myself into that, and I will. So that will be the next update. All right, so here we are the next day, and this is where I've gotten to so far. And I think it's actually looking really good, because it is just below the water is just below the watermark in the boat, and it's looking like it's got some depth, because that's how much is in the water basically. Then you see it's looking a little more realistic. Still got a lot of more of these, but I gotta fill everything else in here, and I even built it up against a pier a little bit. Like this set, it's supposed to be somewhat in the water, and I haven't modified it yet with tan plate, because it's originally blue plate back there under the pier, and I have to modify it with tan plate so it matches the sand. But so far, I think it's looking pretty well. Let me just finish this real quick with more flat plate, and I will update the video when I'm done. All right, now actually I changed my mind, and I am actually going to do that same thing that I did for the cargo ship over here for this power cruiser, this boat here. So I definitely want to keep this within the Lego City, because growing up we had one just like this, and I just kind of brings back memories. So I do want to keep this in here. So then when you look over here, you have a little beach area entranceway. Move that out of the way. A little beach area entrance, and then you have the dock here for this boat. So I'm going to build the water up here and basically do the same thing. All right, here we are. Now, pretty much got the water up to where it needs to be on this boat. I could go another stud, but it's getting pretty part intensive right now. Plus, I got to do the rest of this. But let me know down in the comments below what you think of it. All the way to the edge of the base plate here. All right, we are finished with the water, finally. Actually, as finished as I can be. I ran out of tile, so I need to order some more from Bricklink or somewhere. But so basically what I did was I stacked the tile up on, so it's going from no stud to one stud to two stud to three stud up against the cargo ship. And then I did the same thing on this boat here to give it a little more depth. And then over here, built the wave up. And then that's my next project, is to fix the beach. The beach needs to be fixed because it's still seeing the mills plating underneath it. So I need to figure that out. I need to get some tan pieces, because I have no tan pieces at all, like sand tan, to finish the beach. But because I just want to grade it in, basically. And that's about all we've done this week. We have a new video. Oh, I put that plane up too. But we have a new video coming out probably, hopefully Wednesday if I can get the jazz club finished. Other than that, like, subscribe, let me know what you think. Let me know if there's anything else we should do with the city. Anything we should include. I have plants. I'm going to be doing like a brick link Lego pick a brick haul video later in the week. Once I get all my packages in, I got plant pieces and everything to complete the city, and yeah, we'll go from there. But thanks for watching and thanks for subscribing for all those who have subscribed, because we've gotten over 300 subscribers in 2 weeks, which is amazing. And I really appreciate everybody's watching and views and whatnot, the likes, the comments, everything like that. Then again, thanks for stopping by and thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video. Thanks a lot.